to Candidate Spotlight. My name is Brandy Stankovic, and I'd like to introduce you to James T. Stuckey. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Excited that you're a part of this?
I am very excited that, it's always good to be able to sit down and let people know what you're all about. So I thank you guys for this opportunity.
Absolutely. Will you start by giving us an overview of your background and experience?
Well, I'm originally from Chicago. I moved out here in 2004. I have been a cook out here at the Dam Hotel and over at Fox's Barbecue. And then I was a security guard down at the Hacienda Hotel. Since then, I've been doing low voltage work. I've been doing low voltage work since 1999. That's when I originally moved to Nevada. So that's a trade I've been mastering for a very long time. I also own my own business called B&K Arts and Entertainment. I opened that in 2008 out here in Boulder City. It was online, but I have held a business license here in this town. Live right over there on Avenue G. I'm a firm believer in neighbors helping neighbors and, just the beauty of this town. And the people here have been so good to me. And I've always been looking for a way to give back to my friends and family, which I call in this community, I call them my friends and my family. So I've always wanted to give back to them. And I think this is the best way to do it. I have great organizational skills.
Sure, yeah.
Excuse me. I have great organizational skills. I'm very dedicated to anything that I do. I'm loyal. I am very much a researcher. Right now, the biggest thing is the master plan.
Right.
I am all up and down, inside and out on that master plan because that, in my opinion, is the foundation of this town.
Sure.
Something that shouldn't be messed with, no more than the president should mess with the Constitution. So I am really researching, talking to people. I love this town, and this is my home. I was born in Chicago, but Boulder City is my home. So I intend to be the voice of the people, or I'm going to try anyway, to be the voice of the people and, work for them.
Absolutely. So what is then, in your kind of perspective, the job of the council person, and why are you a good fit? Why are you a good candidate?
In my opinion, the people elect the councilman or woman to be their voice, to listen to what they have to say, and then to convey to the other council members, hey, this is what the people want. One of the main things in the master plan is the citizens are the ones with the power. So I work for you. Allow me to be your voice. I'm a good listener. I'm a good problem solver. I don't always come up with the solution, but by talking to people, you come up with ideas. So I'm very much a people person, and also, like I said, very organized, dedicated, loyal, research. I really don't like speaking without thinking. So, if James is up there and James says that he didn't research it, he didn't look into it, and whether it may not be agreeable for everyone, I'm going to try to find a balance between where I feel the city should be going and where you guys want it to go. But ultimately, I'm leaning more towards where you want it to go.
Sure.
That's my job as councilman, is to take care of the city the way that you would like it taken care of.
So what is your 5-year vision then for the city of Boulder City?
In 5 years, I would like to, first of all, ensure that we have taken care of the people that stay here first, and I'm talking job-wise. This I-11 coming in, a lot of people are not worried about it, a lot of people are loving it, but I'm looking at the economic impact that may have. 5 years from now, I want to be able to fully feel that everyone here that owns a business and lives here is going to be okay before we even think about starting to bring anything else in when it comes to businesses. Also, I want to ensure that our kids have someplace to go. That's one of my big priorities, because I have a 7-year-old. And one of the reasons I refuse to move from here is because this is the type of place I want my kid to grow up in. But I've walked around town, and yes, we have parks, and we have a community center, but what do we really have that gets the kids together so they can, because this is an inherited town. We're all the family values that everyone my age and up have come to know and love is because it was passed down. I obviously am learning it from my friends and everything, but there are people that's lived here their whole lives, and their parents have lived here, and their grandparents, and now we got the younger ones that's coming up. So want to be able to get them together so they all share their core values and they all respect this town. It also creates some jobs and things for them in the future. While looking at the present and preserving what the master plan has set forth, I'm also looking at the future for the young ones, because the people that built this town, they built it because the Hoover Dam was there. We got to have a Hoover Dam for them. So in 5 years, hopefully, I have something at least on the table that the town says, okay, yeah, that's something we're willing to invest in for our kids' sake. So I want us in 5 years at least to be progressively thinking. Of course, where we are now, still small town, family values, more family activities. If this is a family town, so we should be having more activities than we do. That builds the community, that makes it stronger, that puts the community on the same level. They're having the same conversations, they're coming up with the same ideas, or at least throwing ideas to each other, interacting more. So in 5 years, I'm hoping that we see more of that.
Excellent. So then what are your priorities for the city of Boulder City?
Right now, my priorities is learning everything I can about how our town works. Also, talking to as many people as I can right now. I have to know what it is you want, not just one particular group. Now, of course, I'm not going to be able to talk to everyone. That's why I'm opening a website, Facebook page. There is not any way you will not be able to get in contact with me. My personal phone number, you can have it. Call me if you come up with something. What is your issues? Yes, I have my issues. You may have yours, but we're only two of 15,000 plus people. And I want to know as many ideas and as many gripes as I can know, so I can prioritize what I feel I can do, what's most conducive for us as a whole in the next few years as your councilman. These are what I will address. So when you think my priority is you guys. The people. You guys are my priority.
So with that, what do you think some of the priorities of the people are?
So far from what I've been hearing is the master plan. Don't touch the master plan. The growth ordinance. Don't mess with the growth ordinance. I had one gentleman talking about jobs out here. I have to travel 60 miles round trip to earn a living. There is a way that we can come up with better jobs so we can keep a good standard of living out here. It doesn't have to be at a restaurant or anything like that, or you don't have to own your own business, or it doesn't have to be the grocery store. We can have different types of jobs for people here using some of our keeping it historic. That's another thing. Well, one of the things I've been asking people is, like, when you say keep it historic, do you mean like the buildings that are empty, we keep them empty, or do we keep it historic but still utilize those buildings? Because to have a historic town where it seems like abandoned, where we're not using them, and then it pays for itself, and then we're creating jobs for people to keep upkeep on them, make sure they work, they're running properly. And what we put in there creates jobs. So the economic outlook of this town is one. Then someone else told me that there's a huge drug problem in this town when it comes to the kids. Now, I wouldn't even think, I think Boulder City is very safe. I don't really, except every now and then, I think the cops have it easy in this town compared to other cities, but this is a concern. Well, I didn't understand this. I didn't know that. So now that's something else James is researching. So those are some of what I've heard. And yes, I can go on for the entire 15 minutes of different things, but as I'm hearing them, when I hear the same of certain things is when I can say, okay, this must be a major priority. So right now I am in information gathering mode, finding out as much as I can from the people, listening, talking, coming up with ideas, coming up with solutions together.
So how will you make Boulder City, how will you contribute to make Boulder City a better place?
That's a good one. Because after everything I just said, I guess even win or lose, win or lose, I am going to become more involved in the community. There's different places and different organizations I didn't even know existed, you know, didn't try before to get involved with. So win or lose, I'm still going to speak out. I'm still going to try to hold like community gatherings. To become better in the community, you got to know your neighbor. You got to understand what your neighbor's likes and dislikes are. That way you can have a better relationship with them. So I'm going to listen. I'm going to try to come up with ideas. I'm going to definitely be, win or lose, continually coming to council meetings. Mm-hmm. I'm going to push for certain things like a Facebook page for our town, you know, get it out there. I'm going to push to ensure that we keep tourism coming into our town. I'm going to study the impact of like a freeway going around our town. So anything that affects our town positively or negatively is something James is going to be, win or lose, that website is going to stay up. Mm-hmm. You will still always be able to get in contact with me. Mm-hmm. I'm glad that I'm having these opportunities to put my face out there because a lot of people don't know who I am. Mm-hmm. I understand that. They don't know I've lived here as long as I have. Mm-hmm. Like I said, this is my home now, mm-hmm. and I'm going to treat it as such. And you take care of your home. Mm-hmm. So whatever I can do mm-hmm. to improve, I will. Mm-hmm. And to sit and just say it in a few words, I don't think I can. But I can let you know I'm going to try my darndest to be one of the best citizens of this town mm-hmm. that I can be.
So any final thoughts of why we should vote for you?
Actually, I would just like you guys to go to my website, continue to come or watch things of this nature on me. I want to earn your vote. If you don't know me, to say, oh, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, well, I haven't proven that to you yet. Mm-hmm. But if you can piece by piece hear me and hear the different things that people have been telling me and how I work on them, the solutions I come up with. Mm-hmm. Then, at that time, you can make your own decision, but I am here to earn your vote. Mm-hmm. When it comes down to it, I want to earn your vote. My friends will tell me all the time, oh, you got our vote. And I'm like, no, I don't want you to vote for me because you know me. Mm-hmm. I don't want you to vote for me because we've had a beer or have had lunch together. I want you to vote for me because you feel I'm the best person for the job. And I have yet to do that because it's only been we're only 3 weeks in. Mm-hmm. So I thought I had until June, but which is a very good thing. This is something that I'm really, really excited about is that there are so many people running for city council right now. Mm-hmm. That means we all at some point said, okay, we're going to try to make a difference. Sure. So if anything, out of the 15,000 people, James is one of the 8 people that wants to make a difference. Mm-hmm. So if you take anything away from this moment, I guess take that.
Excellent. Thank you so much for being a part of this process.
Thank
it
you
was
for
wonderful
having me.
to meet you.
Pleasure.
My name is Brandy Stankovic, and you just had the opportunity to watch the Candidate Spotlight, which was an informal discussion with the candidates in the upcoming election for City Council here in the city of Boulder City. All of the 8 candidates had the equal opportunity to come be a part of this process. All of the filming and videos were done in one day, and they were all done live or done in one take. So to give you as much information about them, their background, their wants, their desires, and things they want to do to make Boulder City a better place. Our primary goal is to give you as much information as possible, and everybody involved in this process and production is volunteering their time. So thank you for watching our videos, and we hope you enjoy.